So in this video, I want to show you that as an amateur, or maybe a little bit above amateur, you can take lighting and footage that looks like this and turn it into something that looks like this. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Jeremy Bosquez. I am a freelance videographer, video editor, and animator. I have a business I call Gems Magics Media, and I just wanted to show my lighting setup when I shoot videos. I am not a professional. I do not have any professional training. I am definitely self-taught, but I always find videos like this helpful, especially if you're learning, because it shows you how you can set up lighting to get a cool look without just using your room lights and having your footage just look blah, right? So I'm going to walk you through my setup. The camera I'm shooting on is the Panasonic Lumix S5. I am using the kit lens, so nothing fancy. Right now we are fully open at 20 millimeters and we are an aperture of 5.0, even though it does go down to 3.5, but regardless. So I'm going to show you everything I have set up in this shot, all the lights I'm using, and I'll put links for all the equipment down in the description. So if you want to buy all of this, you certainly can. But anyway, here we go. So the key light that I'm using is the Godox 60 SLW. We have this on a C stand, even though currently I am not using it extended. It's basically just a light stand at this point. So we have a, I think, 32-inch octagon softbox with a grid, just so that way we can make sure that the light doesn't spill so much onto the wall behind me. My tripod is, of course, set up right there. And off to my right, I have this piece of basically just poster board from like Target. And it's set up on this like custom piece of wood thing. This literally is a piece of junk wood that a student at the high school I teach at made, and the wood teacher was just going to get rid of it. And I'm like, I'll take it. And it's like just this little corner stand thing. You can literally use anything that you want. Obviously, this is just something that holds this piece of poster board up really well. But we're using this as a bounce to fill in the side of my face that is a bit shadowed, just so that way it isn't as dark and it, you know, just doesn't look as dark and moody. So behind that, I've got this Litophoto LED miniature panel. Right now it's set to blue. So let me get a shot on this, and I'll again try to focus here on the brand. So Litophoto is the brand. There's two of these, and I actually got them off of Amazon, I think for like $60 total. The second one is behind my computer monitor over here. So it's set to red temperature. And it is actually, let me pull this out here, is actually on a Joby little tripod stand. So the tripod stand, again, off Amazon is maybe like 80 or 90 bucks. But both this light and that light over there are, I think, again, like $60 total off Amazon. They're very similar to the Aperture, like LED light panel minis or whatever, but they're just like an off-brand, but they work great. They're not super bright like in daylight, but at nighttime they certainly work just fine. And then over here I have a light stand, and on this light stand is a little camera light, and these lights are super cheap. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to pull it down because I actually have one over here. I'll just even show you the box. So these LED video lights, again, are not expensive at all. These are the CN160s from Newer. They're these LED video lights. I think you can get two of these off of Amazon for like $25, maybe 50 at most. And they come with two color temperature, I don't want to say gels, but like lenses you can put over the front to turn it from daylight or into tungsten. So basically 5600 Kelvin or 3200 Kelvin. And they run on batteries. And yeah, the light stands even like come with this kit. So I think this whole Newer kit that I have here has two light stands. two of these newer lights with them, and overall might be like $60 total, or like, you know, 50. But they're not expensive. So I have this light, like I said, up here, and this one is set up behind me and to my right as a hair light, just to help remove me from the wall that's behind me and put a little bit of outline on my right shoulder. So yeah, that's the light right there, and that's the setup. So basically, again, if I go from where my camera was set up on my tripod, which is about right here, this is where I'm sitting. So I've got my chair, I've got my Godox 60 SLW with my softbox, my bounce little white poster board there, set up on this wooden stand thingy, so just so it bounces off into my face. I've got my LED set to blue temperature, or blue color. I've got my red set to, or my other LED set to red there behind my camera monitor. And then I've got my hair light basically up in the top corner, shining down. And that's it. That's my whole setup. And as you can tell from the intro, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to put this back on the tripod, and we'll wrap this up. And there we go. That is my whole light setup. So obviously the bounce here that is just to my right is out of the frame, so you're not going to be able to see it, but it is doing some work. And just to show you what that bounce does, if we remove it, this is what it looks like. And if we put it back in place, this is what it looks like. So it's not like a huge difference. I mean, you could definitely go without the bounce, but I just like having it there. It just gives a little bit more light on this side of my face, which is not quite as dark, not quite as moody. Obviously, my softbox is just barely out of the frame here so that you can't see it, but this is giving light to my face there. And then, of course, my two lights behind me, my one that is doing blue on the wall, and then my one that is doing red behind my monitor. So again, I will put links to all of the equipment that I use in this shot down in the description of this video. If you're interested in getting any of this stuff, you certainly can. But again, I am not someone who is an expert. I do this as a side hobby. It's not my main career. So, you know, I don't have tons of experience, but just from, of course, learning through lots of YouTube videos and things like this, I have learned how to light a scene. And I think this looks pretty good. Or at least, you know, compared to where you're starting off with just a room light, I definitely think this looks a lot better. So if you like this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments below. Hit like on this video. Follow my channel for more content like this. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.